hopeful that this will lead to some discussion of, anti-Muslim and white supremacist hate.
The way our country is now is creating a kind of atmosphere where this kind of thing gets attention.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today it's going to be a little different. You know what happened in New Zealand yesterday, Christchurch, New Zealand. There was a mosque shooting, so about 50 people died. Peaceful Muslims, they went to a mosque to pray, and there was a mass shooting, and over 50 people died. So we're here in New York City. We're going on the street of Kensington, Brooklyn, asking Americans what they think about the shooting, and let's go see what people think.
Oh, it's a terrible thing, and it's largely as a result of the rhetoric that you hear from Trump and his supporters. There is a tremendous amount of Islamophobia around the world, and it is more potent probably in America than any other place. I was surprised that it happened in New Zealand. Absolutely. The present administration really favors these right-wingers and these people who say bad things about Islam. Has a lot to do with the fact that there are these incidents all over the world. Well, it's largely a matter of education, I think.
It's terrible what happened today, and unfortunately I think the kind of climate that we're living in now fosters this kind of bad feeling. It's awful. I think we all feel terrible. But I think that the way our country is now is creating a kind of atmosphere where this kind of thing gets attention, and positive attention, unfortunately.
I feel really upset about what happened. A lot of people died, and I offer my condolences to everybody there. And I think a lot of people in the media have not been talking about these terrorist attacks by these white supremacists, and they haven't been talking about these incidents in that way. And I think people need to realize this is an ideology that needs to be taken seriously.
What happened yesterday in Christchurch was just so mind-blowingly terrible, and it's been like, I've been so sad about it all day, and it's terrible to think that there's, a community online of people encouraging each other to do this type of thing, thinking that it's somehow justified. Is so hard to fathom, because it's just not in the spirit of peace, and it's hard to imagine what someone might be trying to accomplish by doing that, what kind of world that they think that they're trying to work towards. And yeah, it's terrible, and it's hard not to see the connections between other terrible things that have happened in the U.S. recently, and the type of rhetoric that gets spread in terms of putting divides between people based on their religion and their skin color. And I would think that people who have encouraged those types of divides must be feeling pretty guilty on a day like this, just to realize that it's dangerous to spread hateful messages like that, and that there's real world consequences when people are so impressionable that they feel like they need to commit these atrocious acts. And so yeah, I've just been so sad all day about it, and I hope this is, I don't want to hear about anything like this happening ever again.
Did you guys feel good going to Jummah today?
Yes, we felt safe today.
You feel safe?
Yeah.
How about you, brother?
I think we felt safe by the New York City Police Department. They have provided us enough support, and we were confident. We didn't feel scared, or it was great. I mean, we of course feel sad, and we're devastated by the incident that happened in New Zealand, right?
Right, New Zealand.
And yeah, it's really sad. We wish it didn't happen, and we all should be careful.
So, what do you think about the incident that happened in New Zealand?
I mean, it's horrific, obviously. You know, I mean, it's terrible enough that, you know, so many people were killed, but that so many people were killed over, you know, something as awful as religious hate. I'm hopeful that this will lead to some discussion of, you know, anti-Muslim and white supremacist hate and some progress.
A lot of people in the media don't really talk about like this whole idea of right-wingers and white supremacy.
Yep.
This idealism, the idea that's been going everywhere, especially since this presidency. Do you think that had a lot to do with it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, going all the way back to things like the Oklahoma City bombing, you know, white supremacist terror tends to get short shrift in the media. You know, nobody really talks about it as like an epidemic and it's something that needs to be addressed. Starting from the top, obviously, for, you know, if our government were cracking down on white supremacy and on, you know, sort of organized violence instead of tacitly supporting it, that would be a huge step forward. I think if the media were, you know, taking it more seriously and, you know, talking about, you know, white supremacist violence as terrorism, for example, that would be a huge step forward.
So there's this incident in New Zealand. What happened was basically a gunman came, went to 2 different mosques, and he killed about 49 people when they were praying.
49?
Yeah, a large amount of people. So basically, this guy, he wrote this manifesto like 2 years ago. He's a white supremacist. He says he's been influenced by all these other shootings that's been happening, like in Norway and like in America and stuff.
Wow.
What do you think about this?
That's terrible. First of all, I mean, so many people, you know, at one time. And I just heard maybe a little bit on the radio. I didn't hear the whole thing. Like you said, in that really, when the media and that's talking about it, I just heard a little bit on the radio, but 49 people, that's just terrible, man. It's just terrible, man.
I think it's a tragic thing. It's like not the right way to go about interacting with other people. You shouldn't murder other people. I think it was a bad thing. I mean, it's hard to say no because the world's so interconnected, like that school shooting that happened in Brazil and this shooting, you know, it's hard to not see it all interrelated.
Although it's tragic, I think, you know, that they always tend to label Muslims as terrorists, and clearly this was a sign that, you know, there's other people out there that do harm, if not more. And I actually saw like the live footage of the guy. He like recorded himself killing everybody, and it was horrific, you know. And I think more world news and media should cover stuff like this instead of like Kim Kardashian's kid or something like that.
Guys, you heard the people, and they have spoken as expected from all the Americans that we spoke today. They all condemn it. They all say that terrorists has no place in USA or anywhere else in the world. So, you know, terrorists, they don't have any race, they don't have any religion. They're bad people. They're their own religion, they're their own self. So yeah, and it's really terrible what happened. It could have been worse. Thank God, 50 number is very high, but it could have been worse because it was 2 mosques and there could have been more people shot. I myself went to pray Jummah here today, and I did not feel scared because you see the cop car over here. The cop cars, they are patrolling the whole neighborhood over here, Kensington part of Brooklyn. So thank you to NIPD here. Thank you to Mr. Mayor Bill de Blasio for keeping us safe over here. As a Muslim over here, I feel very confident. I'm never scared or anything to go out and do my regular daily activity. So yeah, but you know, hopefully things like that will never happen again. Not here on our home soil in USA, not anywhere in the world. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. I'll see you guys in another video. Till then, be careful, stay safe.